Joining us now, Taylor Bowen himself making his commitment right here on HQ in just moments. Taylor, first off, congratulations to you. I want to know, what are your emotions right now?
Thank you. First and foremost, I just like to thank everybody that's here with me right now and everybody that's been a part of my journey. Obviously, it's been a long trip, obviously, to getting here and obviously to this moment right now. And I just like to thank everybody. Just a lot of mixed emotions, but I'm really happy and excited for this next chapter and this next stage in my life.
This is a big next step, and you've narrowed your decision down to Providence, LSU, Florida State, and Iowa. Give us an idea. What was this recruiting process like for you?
It was a long process, definitely. I was really picky about the schools I visited and didn't visit, and schools I really wanted to go to and didn't. And, ultimately it led to me having a good grasp of exactly where I want to go.
Well, you were born and raised in Vermont. They're a state not really well known for grooming NBA talent. So how much has that been a motivating factor for you to start your college journey?
It's definitely been a big motivation. I just always wanted to beat the odds and be the first one from Vermont to make it. And, I think I could definitely accomplish that goal with just the drive and the work ethic and the passion. I think it just speaks to how much I truly love the game and how I always just from a young age played just out of the love. And now it's just going to lead me to a better place.
All right, well, Taylor, the floor is yours. Tell us, where will you be committing to play college basketball?
First and foremost, I'd just like to thank all my coaches from Brewster, St. George's, Mount Mansfield, and obviously as well as Expressions, especially Coach Todd, Coach Booby, Coach Jackson. I can name just countless coaches, Ken, Mark, just everybody that's been there from Expressions really just grooming me into this player. Obviously, I got Corey here right with me. But without further ado, I'd like to announce my commitment to Florida State University. And I will be a Seminole coming in the next fall. So thank you so much to Florida State. And I'd like to announce my commitment there.
All right. Well, congratulations. That color looks good on you. All right, Taylor, tell us, what was the deciding factor when it really came to choosing the Seminoles? What stood out for you?
Yeah. So, I was really a big fan of Coach Jones and Coach Hamilton and throughout the whole recruiting process. And, I always wanted to go somewhere where I could accomplish my dreams. I thought that Florida State was the perfect fit for me, just basketball-wise and off the court. I think that I can become the best I truly can on and off the court going to FSU.
And you said that Coach Hamilton and assistant head coach Stan Jones in particular, they rooted you really hard during this process, and you've developed a great relationship with Coach Jones. How did that play a decision in this role today?
I played a major factor, I always wanted to have a coach that had my back no matter what. And especially nowadays with the amount of kids that transfer in, I just always wanted to have a coach that I had a great bond with and that went beyond basketball. And, through talking to Coach Jones and Coach Hamilton and through our phone conversations and them coming up to Brewster, we definitely made that bond.
Well, I was reading that you wanted a program, Taylor, that made you feel at home, but also a place that pushed you so you could be the first player in the NBA out of Vermont. How do you think Coach Hamilton there in Florida State helped you accomplish this dream?
I think that Florida State's home to me, definitely, from the moment I stepped foot on campus during my official visit. It was just a great environment, great vibe. I definitely like the players, the coaches, the staff, and the whole campus and the community as a whole. And then basketball-wise, obviously you've seen what they've done with guys like Scotty Barnes, Jonathan Isaacs, and they've had a lot of long wings that are comparable to myself. So I think that it just made sense basketball-wise on and off the court. So, it's just a perfect fit.
Well, Taylor, congratulations again. Wishing you all the best at Florida State. Thank you again.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Thank you. Go Seminoles.
All right, Taylor there. Taylor Bowen committing to Florida State out of Brewster Academy. 4-star, ranking 37th in the nation, according to our friends over 24/7 Sports. The 6'9", 195 forward, taking his talents to Tallahassee. We're bringing back in 24/7 Sports Director of Scouting, Adam Finkelstein. Bowen there heading now to Florida State. Adam, how does he fit in? How does this make sense to you?
Well, Leonard Hamilton is a coach that has played more positionless style basketball than anyone. You heard Taylor talk about Jonathan Isaac and Scotty Barnes, two players who had similar physical prototypes and really were allowed to expand and play a total game there, stretch their game on to the perimeter, not be confined into an interior player or just a four-man. And I think that has speaks to what Taylor has always wanted to be. At a very early age, he was someone that could play make in the open floor. He is at his best when the game goes up and down, certainly more effective in a transition game. And so I think all those things really fit into what he can do at Florida State right away, but also what Florida State can help him to become in the years moving forward.
I was going to ask you, how does Bowen then add to the roster that Coach Hamilton is building there? Is that the positionless sort of game plan, the scheme? You think that's going to be his best fit and that helped attract him to the program?
You know what I think is interesting is in high school, when you're a high profile prospect like Taylor has been for virtually his entire career, people have a tendency to concentrate first and foremost on the offensive end of the floor. But I think that Taylor's biggest and potentially most immediate impact at the college level could be defensively if he's willing to buy into that, because he is incredibly mobile, incredibly fluid, equally long, so he can cover the court, he can defend multiple positions, he can switch ball screens, and that allows you to fit him in with almost any type of lineup, especially if he's willing to kind of ease into an expanded role offensively. So I think on the defensive end of the floor, that's a place where his potential is really at a high level and he can make an immediate contribution at Florida State.
Well, it's going to be exciting to watch him going from his commitment here on CBS Sports HQ to the college level. Adam Finkelstein, thank you for the time and your insight.
Thank you.
All right, get more from Adam and our recruiting experts over at 24/7 Sports. All the latest on recruiting, news, and scouting, wall-to-wall team coverage. Make sure you visit 247sports.com.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.